there, welcome to my channel. My name is Sheena, and today we're doing a video on the full moon in Leo. That's coming up on the 15th of February. So when I was feeling into the energies, I'm feeling like this big heart activation, but this releasing of the ego. So it's almost like releasing of the ego, which is leading to like this heart expansion. It's almost like we have to kind of give up one a little bit in order to enhance the other part. And the heart energy is really our divine essence. It really is truly who we are to the core and what is coming up to be expressed in our lifetime. And so this energy is really supporting that release of the ego, of the control, the need for control, and allowing the heart to lead and allowing the divine and just like surrendering to the divine. That's what it feels like. Now, it was interesting because I pulled a card for the collective energy, and that's this card, the lion and the deer. And it was really interesting. It just kind of like flew out on me. And I thought, oh, well, that makes complete sense. First of all, it's a 22 card, and we are in February, and there's a bunch of twos going on this month, and I consider it a two portal. Now, the lion and the deer, if you look at this card, you see a lot of energy, and I feel like a lot of that yellow energy is coming in. And that I'm still feeling that Capricorn energy, where it's really about being in our glory, being in our divinity in the present moment here on earth, not in our minds, not, not being in our minds, not being so much in our emotions, but being here in the present moment. Because it works both ways, really. It's like, we're working so hard to be in a present moment by clearing out the stuff. But it also goes the other way. It's like being in the present moment, you're actually clearing out the stuff. You're more of your divine essence than your ego. And so what this card, and I don't even know why I'm bringing that up, but I feel like these energies are really supportive of presence, being our divine essence, being our heart's expression, and finding that, fine-tuning, let me rephrase that balance between the mind and the heart. And this full moon is going to enhance and open up the heart center, so it will be more evident within us. Sometimes it's hard to know which way to go. And because we've been doing a lot of release work in the last year to 2 years and longer, it's becoming easier to sense what is true to us versus, what is just collective matter. And we'll be seeing that more and more as this year progresses. But right now, this full moon is really just emphasizing this part. And so we may find that we'll sense it in different ways. So for example, getting this huge heart awakening and just feeling this, need to go in certain directions, feeling these divine impulses, feeling this inspiration, feeling this intense love, considering this is the month of love. But then also the other aspect of it is intense fear, or the ego's need to control. So it could go either way, and I feel like it will go either way. It's the waves, it's the ripples, it's the highs and the lows of the moon cycles, right? And know this, though, because during this release point of the full moon and moving forward into the new moon, you are releasing. So allow it to just kind of take you to some degree as it's being released. Yeah, so this was the card that came up. It's a Rumi card. And I actually kind of wanted to read it. So I hope you can see the card. And I just wanted to read a couple lines in here that I found really perfect for the energies. So first off, it starts with the poem, and it says, "When you enter the garden of the heart, you become fragrant like the rose. When you fly towards heaven, you become graceful like the angel. If you get burned like oil, you become brilliant. When you become thin like air in yearning, or when you become thin like hair in yearning, your joy leads the way. You'll be the kingdom and the king. You'll be paradise and the guardian angel. You'll be infidelity and you'll be faith. You'll be the lion and you'll be the deer." To me, this just really means that, we're surrendering, we're letting go, and we're just becoming one with, the energies, what is, and allowing ourselves to just kind of release the old stuff so our heart can emerge more fully. Was there anything else that wants to come through? Here. One more paragraph here. "You are being asked to bear the chaos of this rediscovery. It may be that talents from this or other lifetimes are reawakening and cause you some discomfort at first, even though you will ultimately bring joy and greater fulfillment. The discomfort may be around how these talents are best expressed, about overcoming shame, guilt, doubt, or other judgments. It may even be about who you are. If you now admit your talent or other emerging personal traits, perhaps what is being unearthed in you now is darker, your sacred rage, refusal to accept disrespect in your life, your inability to tolerate lies and deceptions. Well then, you are the lion and the deer. This is nature. There is to be both in the world. You are not becoming contradictory or hypocritical. You are becoming whole." The guidance this oracle brings you is that you shall prosper more now if you're willing to unbecome what you believed yourself to be. It was never really true anyway, that view. It was partial at best and just a view, an identity, not a genuine reality. Some of your previous sense of self shall likely come with this transition into the fuller experience of your being, and some of that previous identity shall be shed as it's far too limiting. It just won't feel true for you anymore, even if it ever did. Any crisis or confusion this brings you shall be temporarily fuel to ignite the divine fires within. They simmer into life, cooking you from within, bringing all of your flavors, spicy and sweet, bitter and sour, into perfect balance so that your being, your presence, becomes an exquisite dish served up as a divine feast. You shall become nourishment for the world in perfect balance. Your being will hold all, for it holds all within it. It will deny nothing and become a tonic to feed every taste, every sublime meal you shall be. How your presence shall nourish the world. And it all begins with shedding the either and the or, and recognizing instead the all. With such wild permission for unconditional love, you shall thrive in your beingness and feed the hungry world with a meal complete, satisfying, and exquisite. Oh, what a beautiful message. And I do like reading this. It's just like what's coming through is just that expansive energy of that new moon in Aquarius was really supportive for this heart opening, this heart awakening that's happening for this full moon. And it's really going to open up the perspective of how you've seen yourself, how you've seen the world, and shifting it to allow more of that heart expression. I think I repeated myself. Anyway, so that's that. That was the collective energy for this full moon in Leo. Before I get into the pick a card, just to let you know, I will be doing a light language transmission for this full moon, and I will put that at the end. Well, either if it's not at the end of this video, because it depends on how long this video is, I may post a separate video on the light language. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. So if you don't see it here, it'll be a separate video. But for this pick a card, so we can get a little more personal with you, we got 3 decks. Well, we got 3 cards, 3 piles. And check this out. Like when I pulled the card, like each card for your piles, the bottom of the deck was destiny. And I really feel like it. I've said it in my past readings. This is a destined time. You are meant to be here. You're meant to experience this. And as I said that, it was 11/11. Like, you were meant to be here for this time. So trust and honor the process. It might be a little turbulent at certain moments, but just remember, like, please just remember this card. You are emerging. All right? And look at that. It's a 10. So let's get into it. We got 3 decks, or 3 piles. We have the first one here, pile 1, which is the blue calcite. We have pile 2, which is the green calcite. And then we have pile 3, which is the yellow calcite. We got a bunch of calcites today. So pile 1, 2, 3, go ahead and feel into those piles, and I will see you at your timestamp. Hey there, pile 1. If you picked the blue calcite, this reading is for you. Let's get into the full moon energies in Aries, I was going to say. Full moon energies in Leo for you. I'm feeling like some ripples in the energy for you. So you might feel like there's like some ups and downs happening energetically during this period. So it's like, I don't know if it's anxiety, but I'm just feeling like this like angst, like some ripple stuff going on in your body. Know this, your body may be tight during this period, okay? And it just might need some stretching and some release work, some gentle, light release work. Okay, stretching, just walking, dancing, pumping up some music, just to kind of settle the energies, because it's though you're expanding internally. You know, the full moon energy coming in is an expansive energy. It is a fiery energy. And for you, it's going to create a little bit of a shakeup. I'm not necessarily feeling a tower moment, although for some of you there might be, sorry. But there's a bit of an upheaval, but it's all good, because it's like that upheaval that's coming through, it's there to just kind of shift your body and shift your body and shift your world a little bit to kind of build a firmer foundation for you. All right? So no, and with the blue, I'm being drawn to like the blue crystal, and what I'm getting is back to that bottom of the deck, divine will. And for you, it is such an important period for you. This is such an important time, and now I'm being brought to the throat chakra with this. This is an important time for your power. So you may feel some weakness. You might feel some like just weak, or like not helpless, but a little vulnerable at this period. And I'm getting like that it's okay. It's because you kind of got to dip a little down to come back up again. You know what I mean? It's like the balancing, the laws of balance. It's like you got to dip down to come back up again. It's all good. And give yourself that moment, because you have to honor that vulnerability and give it that support. So if you were to do another dip into that realm again, of vulnerability, you have a nice little cushion. Does that make sense? You need to support that vulnerability, right? Be your own best friend is another way to say it. What else? It may be time to speak your truth during this period, pile 1. I'm seeing the lion energy, and it's a specific card in the good tarot deck. And it's like just being your regal self without putting forth that egoic voice. you know, speaking from your mind, more so speaking from the heart. That's kind of what's coming through. And it's a little scary to do that, right? Especially if you don't have much practice, or if in the past you've had a lot of, you know, backlash. It's hard. But this period is actually opening up that heart a little more to give you more courage, I'm hearing. And one thing that I'm really getting here, because I'm seeing that strength card, and I'm seeing the beauty of the strength card, and it's just, take some time to honor yourself during this period, okay? I feel like you've had it a little rough, and it's just really important that you just honor that, okay? Even if it's just during that full moon time and doing like a nice little ritual or something like that, it's important. I don't know why, like it's the vulnerability, but it's also how truly special you are, and I feel like you haven't acknowledged it. That's what's coming through. So take some time if you can, please. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at the first card. So this is the energies. Okay, yeah, so this is kind of what I was saying here. I have not looked at the cards, although pile 3 did flip over and I did see that one. But this is your energy, okay? So the energies. So yeah, so it's really lighting you up from the inside out is what I'm getting. Allow it to, surrender to it, right? Like I was saying, a little bit of upheaval, possibly internally, or even in your world around you, but no, you're shifting internally, and that's changing the world externally for you, okay? Allow it to do its job, allow it to do its work for you, because the energies right now around you are supporting you. And they're also purifying you. You're going through a bit of a detox, a purification period at this time. Sorry, I tend to use my hands, and part of it is like right now my hands are burning. And so like if you're kind of drawn to my hands and I'm like my hands are distracting my words or from you listening to me, that's okay, just go with the hands then. That's probably where you need to be, because my hands just lately have just been nonstop. Where was I going? All right. So yeah, so purification, that's where I was at. Yeah, purification, my friend. Clearing out the old junk that you don't need and moving into a new energy. Allow it to happen for you. It's also shifting your thoughts and shifting the way that you're looking at the world. It's good. Be in the receiver mode at this point, pile 1, because it's shifting your reality from the inside out. You know, all of these cards decks that I picked, usually what I'll do is I'll just ask a question. Spirit, show me which decks to use. And all of the decks that Spirit pointed to you were like violet, purple and violet. And that's really coming through in this card for me. So you are going through a transformation. And I'm hearing a transmutation of past ways. If you find that you're going in a specific direction that you wouldn't normally do, go that way. Pile 1. You're shifting your patterns. Like look at that. Even with the Destiny card at the bottom of the deck, it's like you can see the flower of life in the background, which to me represents the collective grid, or individually our grid to some extreme, because we're all one. And just shifting of that. So it's really interesting. And then right underneath that, I didn't even notice that. Look at that. We got the solar plexus, baby. And that's what's coming up too. Like that's affecting your power. That's affecting your courage, I'm hearing, and your strength, your power center, your ability to speak through your words. Really, really nice. I'm going to go a little deeper, and I'm going to use, what deck is this? The Sacred Oracle? Sacred Traveler. So let's get a little bit more into it. And physically, and pile 1's physical world, what does that look like in their physical world? For pile 1, please, Spirit. Full moon in Leo. All right. That's too many cards, Spirit. Break it down for pile 1. Full moon in Leo. What does this look like on the physical? Thank you. Okay. We're simplifying. All right, fine. So, stepping into power. You're strong beyond measures. All right. Bottom of the deck, breaking trails. Yeah, like I said, you're going in new directions. I feel like you're going to be guided in new different directions that you may not have picked before. But let me tell you, pile one, you're not the person you were before. So it may be time to give that up. You're transforming, right? A breakthrough is at hand. Breaking trails is the bottom of the deck, and you are. So it's time for moving into the new. You have leader energy about you, pile one, and it's as though like you're stepping forth into a leadership role to some degree. And this could be at work. This could be, you know, in your community. And this could be also with friends in the way that you think about life and the way that you just kind of, I'm hearing, wow, that was weird, channel spirit. I don't know if some of you are channelers, tarot readers, or you're just, you know, just spiritual and you're very connected to the divine. And so it's like you're going to be really conveying that message now. Oh, okay, so, and that brings me back there to that throat chakra that we were talking about earlier. You're breaking trails. It's time for you to step up. That's kind of what I'm getting. And it might not, you may not see the results right away, but that's the energy of the lion. You know what I mean? Like, they're focused, they're strong, and they know it. Right? Now, the shadow part of the lion is the ego, right? In my opinion. But it's about being in that heart. Because that ego does, you know, impact you, like, but from a good, positive, and a negative standpoint, depending on how you use it. But they're kind of saying, you know, sorry, I went off on a tangent, but what I'm saying is, exactly, stay focused. You may have some different tangents that pop up, and it might be easy for you to kind of veer. And so from a physical in your life, you may be bombarded by a couple different things. Maintain your boundaries. Because these things are just possibilities that are showing up around you as you transition. Because you're changing, right? You're in the middle of a transformation, so you might see different possibilities popping up at you. And that's okay. You don't have to pick them if it doesn't feel right in your heart. Because you, regardless, are blazing trails, okay? So follow your heart, follow your instincts, it'll guide you. That's so funny. Okay, so last card. Short and sweet this week, just because I wanna do that light transmission at the end, the light language. So for pile one here, spiritual and religious communities, look at that. So we have here the angel light crystal, and it says, spiritual or religious community, join with like-minded people for friendships and increased spiritual growth. And that's kind of what I was saying here. You're going to be stepping up into the community. But I want you to know this. The feeling that I get from this card is that it's something that makes you happy. It's just light and easy energy. It's not like a bold, yes, I am the leader and need to change the world. It's more like, no, man, I'm going to have fun with life. I'm going to enjoy creating and expressing myself. And I'm going to just allow my heart to lead. You know what I mean? There's a difference in that. What else am I getting here? Yeah, it's just the shift you're going to have in your consciousness of also how you're choosing to be in your communities and who you're choosing to be with. You're making some really big changes in your world. Pile one, it's really nice. Like here, your bottom of the deck here is calcite. It says busy times and multitasking. Take charge of your schedule during this busy time and honestly assess your underlying reasons for being busy. And that's what I was talking about, the possibilities over here, how you may have multiple possibilities, but because you're transitioning into this new, like the energies are so supportive for how do you really want to live? How do you really want to create this next cycle of your life? Not only create, but what do you need around you to support you and juice you up? whether it's community, whether it's friends, family, job, and so forth. Like, that's what's going to bring you out is the question. So I feel like you're going to get some answers with respects to that, because you're stepping into that newer, this more firmer foundation of your life and how you want it to be and who you want to be is what I'm getting. All right, so this is your reading, pile 1, for this full moon in Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if this resonates with you. And just a heads up, I will be changing my YouTube channel name that new moon. So that next new moon, which is, I believe it's like March 1st or March 2nd or something like that. But I'll also link it down below on this video in the upcoming days, I think. Yeah, but you'll get it. It'll be there. My photo, my profile photo will not change. It'll be the same profile picture. Alrighty, thank you for watching. Take care. See you at the light language if you're interested. All right, bye. Hey there, pile 2. If you picked this green calcite, this reading is for you. When I felt into your energies, pile 2, for this full moon, it just felt really beautiful, serene, and it's like this expansion outside of my body in a sense of relaxing, opening up to the possibilities, which is really being grounded in the present moment, into Gaia, into your current reality, right? Which is really, really powerful. So you have this green calcite. Let's see what your first card says. This is your energies. Oh, nice. For the full moon in Leo. And we have passion ignited. Check that out. It's a number 1. Look at that fire coming out of her heart. Look at her, like I said, relaxed, easy, allowing that energy to just kind of soothe her. Almost like, it feels like almost like a nice, cool breeze on like a warm day. You know, just like soothing, relaxing, just making you want to just take a deep breath and sigh. That's kind of what I'm feeling. But at the same time, starting to ignite the fire from within, from the heart. You're going to get a beautiful full moon. Now, keep in mind, everything is balanced, right? So I would say watch out for the nights, pile 2. I know, interesting, right? Your nights might feel like that shadow is coming up. You might feel the rigidity because life is that balance, right? And so you might feel at night, or even like certain moments where you might feel the opposite of this expansion energy. You might be feeling the restrictions, so the body might be a little rigid. You might find that your mind is amplifying with the natter. And it's okay. It's because you're balancing. But I feel like overall, though, for you, pile 2, this full moon for you is a time for you to really just be in this place of relaxation, enjoying the energies, being at one with the energies. If you're an empath and tend to merge into energies, this would be a great energy to merge into for you. Just because it will really help to release the body. It'll help to just kind of ease the mind and open up the heart. If you don't feel like you're empathic, I would just do it anyway, because you might surprise yourself. We don't even know half of our gifts, you know, so it's like just be open to all possibilities and see what pops up for you. There's an up-leveling of emotions is what I'm hearing. Now, I don't know exactly how that's going to come up for you, pile 1, but the way that they're saying is it's like that wave of emotions, a bit of ups and downs of emotions. And that's okay, because what's now happening is really you've come full circle. I don't know what that means to you. What does that mean to you? That it's your emotions have come full circle. So it could be that like you're just balancing the emotions so you can become more aligned, more in that state of neutrality is what I'm getting. So you can really just open up that heart and allow that heart to lead and expand, if that makes sense. Because sometimes, you know, when we're angry, like we have a period of being stressed, or let's just say angry or upset, you have to feel the emotions, right? But then feeling the opposite of that emotion just really helps to kind of neutralize us and bring us back to center and say, okay, well, this is how I felt, but then I've also felt this way, and now I'm back to center, because being in the present moment just kind of neutralizes it. I don't know if that makes sense. I can't really explain it, but I hope that makes sense to you. Sometimes we need to experience both and take it full circle so we can get at that state of neutrality. And through that state of neutrality, I'm hearing expression, but expression of the heart. You're going to be having an awakening, is what I'm getting. An awakening of the heart. There's an opportunity here for you, pal 2, with the energies, is to really just enhance that heart space and help to ease the spirit, ease the mind, by just really focusing and savoring this heart expansion. That's what's coming through. It was interesting. I was telling Paul 1 how all the cards, like the card decks that I picked, I pose the question, Spirit, you know, give me the decks that we're using for this reading. And all the decks that they picked was like purple or like violet. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, what the hell? All right, we're going through a transmutation. We're going through a transmutation, a transformation. I feel like this is what's happening for you. A just real important moment of self-expression and expression through the heart. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm getting here for you, pile 2. Let's look into what that looks like on the physical for the next 2 weeks, for this full moon in Leo. So Spirit, for pile 2, full moon in Leo, what does this look like? In their physical. Okay, so we have traveling lightly. Have you felt like unpacking some of that load, pile 2? Because I feel like this is what's happening. Simplifying your life, getting rid of the trash, getting rid of the garbage that doesn't serve and support this. You're going to become more and more aware of the heaviness that surrounds you. Those pieces, those people, those things, the jobs, those pieces that are around you that are preventing, inhibiting that expansion, that peace, that lightness, that joy from the heart. That's going to become more and more evident. So that way you can play your own song. Do things your way. Clearing out the junk, and I feel like you're doing that through that transmutation energetically, but also in your physical reality. It's like you're going to be guided. Pile 2, look for the signs, watch for the signs. Bottom of the deck, Wondrous Universe in reverse. I don't really read reversals in this deck. Walk in beauty. I feel like that's guidance for you, pile 2, to just be in your present moment. But be in the energies of the present moment. Does that make sense? It's like you can just feel the energies, close your eyes, feel into the energies, just basically like, I think this is Merlin. I'd like to think that this is Merlin. I don't really know if this is Merlin, but see how he's just like His arms are out. He's one with the sparkles and the energies of the moon and just of life, right? But then his eyes are open. You can see that. His eyes are open. So he's still going through life with Saturn, taking life step by step, but he's doing it with the energies. He's merged with the energies and going through his day. Gosh, I hope that makes sense to you. But yes, this is a whole different way of being for you, because I feel like for you, pile 2, you have been very much in the earthly realms. Even a bit of air is what I'm getting. And now they're saying, let's do it a little differently. You are being moved into doing things a little differently. So they're saying, travel light. You don't need to take all that stuff that you've been carrying with you, because you know how to do this, and you're going to do this a different way. The way that will bring you more joy. The way that will expand that passion to a grander level. The way that you can do it in a more aligned state. So it'll be interesting for you. You may feel some shifts and some twists and turns on your journey, but pay attention to the signs you're being guided in some new ways, okay? As I said that, I saw 10-10. Okay, so completion for you, moving into a 1, which is that new cycle. And my stomach is growling, so I apologize for that. I am hungry. So let's move into your final deck, okay, which is the Crystal Angel Oracle deck. I don't know, I linked them down below. So this is for pile 2, please, Spirit, for this full moon in Leo. Thank you. We have Emma Doreen, and it says, balancing masculine and feminine energies. Interesting. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you, and your masculine side to give you confidence. Interesting. I felt this balancing for you of the masculine and the feminine, and you'll find it with movement, because it feels like with the traveling light, you're going to be moving. Now, not literally, you may be moving literally, but moving around a lot, like just, being more in action. But it's because you're being guided. It's like you're finding this dance, this groove with you and the divine of this ebb and flow of, all right, now's the time to lay low and relax. And okay, now feeling into the energies, it's time to move forward. You're going to become more empathic to the energies, which could be what that was, okay, but also towards yourself. Yes, pile 2. Balancing, where was this? Balancing masculine and feminine energies. Yeah, hence the doing things differently. I feel like you've been more in your masculine pile 2. And so this is gonna bring you more into balance. The feeling and the doing, the ebb and flow, you know what I mean? Really nice, really, really nice. Bottom of the deck was citrine, and it said, unnecessary worries, release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing and solutions. So with this full moon, you may find that because you're doing things a little differently, or some agitations may pop up for you. Some fear might pop up with you. Remember peace. That you're all good, and that this is always for you. Like, I just feel like that's the trust part of moving and working with the divine. So that may come up for you, all right? And just know this, as you are working on just being in the energies and just relaxing into the flow, we talked about that heart activation and staying focused on that. And that is the key to letting go of the worry, all right? Let the heart lead. That's the full moon Leo energy for you, pile 2. Really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that. Just a little side note, I mentioned before, I'm doing it again. I will be changing my YouTube channel name starting that first week in March with that new moon video. Know this, that profile picture will not be changing. However, the YouTube name will be changing, so just look out for that. And thank you for watching. I will see you at the light language if that resonates with you. Please give this video a like, a subscribe if you feel called to. Thank you again for watching. Have a great full moon. Bye. Hey there, Pile 3. If you picked the yellow calcite, this reading is for you for this full moon in Leo for Pile 3. So I'm feeling for you, Pile 3, feel like you're going to get like these sudden awakenings, like these sudden epiphanies, these sudden moments of, it could just be one, because the way that they showed me, it was like this awakening that could be a little sudden. And it's not scary. It's like, finally you can breathe again. Finally you can see the light. So you might feel like you are gaining your power back, is what I'm getting. More awake in your current reality than you've ever been before. Energetically, it's like you've awakened, is what I'm getting. It's like you're awake, you're in the here and now, and all is well in your world. Now, all is well internally in your world. Like you feel really steady, you feel really strong. Like the regality of a Leo, of a lion. The lion is, they know their worth. They know their strength. You know what I mean? And so I feel like you will know this. You will know your worth. Not from an ego standpoint. It's more like just being really solid in your skin. That's the energy that's coming forth. Now, let's look at your card. This is the energy theme for you for this full moon. And I did see this card because it did flip over when I pulled cards earlier. And you got the spiritual union card. How beautiful is that? And I do feel like, I'm hearing the one mind. Some of you have really been doing this for a long time, this spiritual work. And you're really getting, this full moon is really going to just highlight, spotlight the oneness of all beings, the oneness of everyone, the oneness of all things, you know what I mean? So for some of you, you're gonna get, that's your epiphany, like that's your awareness that will be coming through. Seeing the balance in all things, understanding the essence of life for some people. But in general terms, this balance that's coming through for you is also the balancing of the heart and the mind, the balancing of the masculine and the feminine, at peace with one another, in alignment with one another, which will fully allow you to really be here in the present, be in your power. Like, look at that. You got the yellow calcite. And see all that yellow energy? And if you look at it, like to me, it kind of reminds me of a butterfly. Like the butterfly wings. It's like that transformation. And you've been going through this transformation for a while, I feel, Pile 3. And now it's time to really just be the butterfly. You're here. If this doesn't resonate with you, like it's crystal clear, then pick another pile, because, or this isn't the reading for you, because it's so clear. It's like you've reached that completion point. And so it's like this message is similar to pile 2 in a sense of, and I don't want to compare, I just thought of pile 2 when this came through, which is just be in the energies for this full moon for you, pile 3. Just be in the energies for you, because it's really, this is a receptive time for you. You will know when it's time to mute and when it's time not to, but be in the receptive mode, because there's information coming to you. Pile 3, some of you are having a message there's a message coming through for you. And that could be from like, you know, the mailbox, like Purelator or something. Or that could be a message from spirit, but there is a message that is coming. No, I think it's a physical message for you, but I don't know. This, for some people, it could be like a message from spirit, but there's a message coming through for you, pile 3. I think I've said that enough times, right? Let's move on. So, and it's a heartwarming message, pile 3. It's a heartwarming message. Really nice. You deserve this, pile 3. Like, you've been waiting a long time for like this emotional support, and it's time that you see it. But first off, through this awakening period for you, for this realization, for finally coming into union with yourself, right? Another level of it. You're going to see that you had it all along. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? That you had it all along. For some of you, it could just be power, the strength, the courage, all along. For some of you, is you always had the support that you've been wanting. And it may not be from the people that you wanted it from, but you always had it in some way, some respects, you always had the support. But mostly that you already have what it takes, that you have the strength. It may come in different ways, and please, if you'd like to share, I'd love to know down in the comments down below. You know, we could all use more balance, and if you're at this state, like, share the wealth, baby, because we would love to know all of these beautiful understandings that you're getting. But yeah, it's a time of serenity for you, pile 3. Enjoy this and allow the rest, because I feel like there's a little bit of noise around you. There might be some, I can't think of a word, like particles, just like some residual stuff that's just being cleared. Let it go. Just stay focused. Stay focused on your alignment. Stay focused on being present. It's just residual stuff being released. That really doesn't have, you know, it's being taken care of, is what I'm getting. So let's see what that looks like more in the physical for you. So for pile 3, please, Spirit, full moon in Leo in the physical. What does that look like? Okay. You're going to take both? All right. I'll take both. Okay, so in the flow, it says everything is smooth sailing. This is what I was saying. This is like confirmation. And to me, I feel like I know, is it a girl? I don't know. Like from far away, I'm like, oh, that's Santa Claus with his presents. This is my imagination, but I thought Santa Claus presents. That could be the message that's coming through. It's a gift. Or you could be receiving some gifts. But the key here is to just follow your heart, go with the flow, allow yourself to be led during this process, because it is smooth sailing. You may feel like at certain moments, like here's the noise again, right? So you might feel like a little bit of disruption here and there, but focus on the smooth sailing is what I'm getting. Like, and this could be like in your work, this could be at home, or with like just little things that don't really matter if you stay focused, all right? It says here, faraway places, get ready for new horizons. And that's the completion point, what I'm getting here. You may be traveling, you may be getting ready to go somewhere to travel, or I'm hearing like getting rid of the old clutter to allow more energy in. Are you doing some energy work, pile 3? Feng Shui is what I'm getting. This might be the perfect opportunity for you to clear out your space and get it in a nice, supportive, energetic state, and a state that feels better for your body. I feel like this flow, this, you know, we talked about the divine masculine and the feminine. So this flow may take you to different places that you've never been before. Or it's preparing you at this point to go to places that you've never been before. You're being asked to play, to go light with it. Allow yourself to just kind of be moved by it. You stand in the light of truth, and that's in reverse, but I don't really take these cards in reverse, these oracle cards. What did I say? You stand in the light of truth, discovering truth. The observer state for you, pile 2, pile 3. You're in a position right now where you're being asked to be in an observer state. This full moon in Leo is really going to show you those areas. And remember I said to stay focused, and like those little things are little turbulent things, like small little things that are going to happen around you. And they're saying stay focused on the goal, but when you're in the observer state, you're going to see those little things, those little pieces of noise that are around you that are disrupting you a little bit and your alignment, your firm foundation. And they're just saying, just be observant of it. You don't need to do anything about it. It's just being an observer of it. Because when you see it, you know, what I was saying with the other 2 piles is there's a lot of purple. You're transmuting. This is a time of transmutation, of shifting, of transformation and change. And by you're at the state where you just see it and you transmute it. That's what it feels like. You just see it, you observe it in that state of neutrality, and you just automatically release it. All right? So that's just kind of general guidance for you. Go your own way, pile 2, pile 3. Why do I keep calling you pile 2 unless you picked both piles? But discovering truth, notice how this guy's like going his own way. I feel like for you, that's the key. You might have found that there's one pattern, there's one cycle or one direction that you keep going towards, but it's a dead end. It's a dead end. It's a dead end. And what I'm getting here is try a different path, hence the faraway places. Try something completely different. If it resonates with your heart, because you will know, pile 3. When you're present, you're solid. You are firm. You are in a good foundation. That Leo energy, take advantage of this Leo energy coming in for you, pile 3, because it's really going to emphasize the heart center and just shine like a lantern in the direction where you want to go. And this is a great opportunity if you don't really practice working with the heart that much. If I go this direction, does my heart shine? If I go in this direction, does my heart shine? Do I go in this direction? Does my heart shine, or does my mind act up? How does my body feel? So that might resonate with you, but it's like you're going in a different direction. Go with the flow, is what they're saying. Yeah. You are no longer a sheep, my friend. You are the wolf. Oh, interesting. Not to say that you're prey, but it's like you're above all that crap now. You're above all that crap. Just stay present. You're going to get the signs. You're going to be taken to where you need to go, okay? Like I said at the beginning, this is a predestined time. Predestined? Destined? You know what I mean. It's a destined time. You're coming into alignment. Look at that. And then below that was solar plexus. All right, so it's like we're gaining our power. You are gaining your power as you kind of merge into, you know, a more solid frame of being. And then here, below that, triumphant success. Sorry, that's triumphant success. Yes, because you have the wisdom and you have the knowledge and the know-abouts. And like, look at that, intuition. You have the intuitive knowing to know which direction to go. Just be present, stay out of the head. Okay, new beginnings here for you. This is a time for new beginnings. This is what you have done, by the way, my friend. Okay, and look at that green energy and compare that to the spiritual union card. You have lifted up the confinements of your brain, of your mind, to really fully be here in this space. Positive movement forward. This is where you're at. Go with the momentum. Go with the 8, the flow. Okay? Damn, really nice. Okay, final message of spirit for pile 3 for this full moon. This full moon in Leo for pile 3. Final messages. What do you got? hold on, it fell on the floor. All right, sorry about that, pile 3. It fell on the floor. You got turquoise, spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. Yeah, that's you choosing a different way, a different path. You're going to be more present in just being here in the present moment, and your answers will become clear. Your choices will become clear. You've been on this path for a while, pile 3, and you're at this completion point. And so just follow your... Sorry about that, pile 3. I had to clear out my storage from my phone. So I'm back, and we were talking about this card, which was the turquoise spiritual path. And I'm feeling abundance as well with this card. But what it really comes down to is follow your joy. There are beautiful hidden treasures along this route for you. Oh my God, as I'm saying that, the hawk just flew right by. I think it was a red-tailed hawk, but I'm not sure. I love red-tailed hawks, but I do love hawks in general. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. I'm so sorry. I wish you could have seen it, but I feel like that's a message, you know, with the hawk spirit. It's, you know, just, I really feel like with the red-tailed hawk, it's about balance and being here in the present and being in our strong, resilient self, which is really the energy of that full moon in Leo too, that Leo, the lion energy. And I feel like you're going to be getting that. And by just taking a step back a little bit in that little turbulent times that may be popping up, just taking a step back, I think you're really going to just be getting a real divine essence of that within you. That strength, that inner strength that you have. You're going to be feeling that through these periods. So it's like, I don't know, it's like giddy up time for you almost, you know? That's what it feels like. Anyway, so that's your reading. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you for watching. Just a heads up, I will be changing my YouTube channel name that first week of March for that new moon video. So stay tuned for that. I will put you know, I'll put it down on this video in the upcoming week or so. Just, I'm a little slow. I'm a little slow with some things. So just a heads up about that. Lastly, please like the video if you liked it and subscribe if it resonates with you. And if you're interested, stay tuned for that light language. All right. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing, blessed full moon in Leo. Bye. Hey there. Ready for the light language transmission for this full moon in Leo? Let's do this. So just give me a second here. Ostoriana ariki chtokono ostariate. Moriane echtocore di astanaye. Morestina achtoko sariatine e kitono. Moriati chtokonosiati. Postoreti chtocoretinia. Moriastaria ochtokoste. Moriani e koto chtocore. Storiate adneki morete achto costeriata. Sroti okona achto coste arete. Suroria ochtono oreke meria chtokonastaria. Storiati chtokonoia. Variastare meria chtakano ostariacht. Oriadni ekiniti moriati chtakona. Rosto, iriata, stanako oteresta, moriti. Ikini iko storich tokorete. Stariata, moriach kono oiateke. Irestich tokonia. Resti achtoko ite aresti. Moriatini echtokoritiata. Storiate echtokana ariate. Oniachtokoste arete. Stokoni etiste. Srotian stokonia. Muriaste et stokane erete. Riakono. Resta ochtokono orete chitokone. Riata chitokono. Orete resta ochtokono ostore. Arete chitokono arete. Ostorati. Niakarete chitokaresta. Mostoria ochtono. Ria. Rodiana ke chitokani a e asteriata. Stokoniate moni ekini a storotia chitokona. De ereti a chitokono oste. Sroti chitokana a morete. Shtonoko a deriste moretia. Reria chitokoniati kimi istarite. Shtutina karateste atikini. Rosti kichtoko no oyete kochtoko no oste. Roti chitoko rete. Urikini a staka ste. Shitoko. Iti no korete. Chite a koneste morete. All right, so that was the light language for the full moon in Leo. I hope you enjoyed it. If you feel like you want to come back to it during the full moon, I would. So thanks for watching. If you want more of the light language, can you just give me a like or just comment down below so I know if I should continue doing this or not, although I might do it anyway because I really enjoy it, but we'll see how it goes. You can click on it if you want to or not. It's up to you. But thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful full moon and see you next time. Bye.